Hello, I'm Tamiko Leverett, your host for Dreams Are Not for Profit, and today we are joined with Goodwill, and in particular Goodwill of North Georgia. Our first guest today is Joanne McLean, who is the Director of Economic Development, and we also have Rashida Powell, who is the Public Relations Specialist as well for Goodwill. So what I'd like to ask first off is, can you please tell me a little bit about Goodwill?
Sure. A lot of people know Goodwill for our stores and donation centers, but the other side of the story is our proceeds from our stores fund our mission, and our mission is to help people, to put people to work. So we provide training and resources to not only help people find work, but once they're employed, we help them keep those jobs.
And at this economic times, that's an awesome thing to know. I don't think that a lot of people realize that what Goodwill is all about. They probably think it's mostly the stores, but the stores actually fund the things that they're doing. So that's your social entrepreneurship program.
Absolutely.
To fund yourself and keep your sustainability, which has lasted.
Yes, for a very long time. The first Goodwill was founded in 1902 in Boston, and here in Atlanta we were founded in 1925. And when we were founded, it was a very similar economic situation. It was a group of citizens. They were tired of the poverty around them, and they decided to come together and do something. So they collected used items, fixed them, and gave them to the poor. It was the philosophy of a hand up, not a handout.
And see, that's something that I don't think a lot of people understand, the significance of how to tie your vision with your mission, and vice versa. So what is it that most organizations don't have a chance to have a public relations person? So what are some of the things that you do?
It's my job to help spread the story of our mission and to put that out there about our success stories, our stores, our donations, how vital it is for us to get those donations, because it's the donations that drive our mission.
Okay, and so when you say you have the stores and you have to promote it, what are some of the things that you would come up with to help promote Goodwill? Like, how does a public relations person actually go out and tell people? What are some of the things you actually have to do?
Okay, well, fortunately for us, Goodwill is well known in so many households, so a lot of marketing is not required for that, but we do have a lot of convenient donation centers that we like to advertise those. We have 49 donation centers in the North Georgia area, so just talk to our donors and our customers to let them know when we have new store openings and promote our stores and promote our donation centers.
And then that ties into what you do. You're the Director of Economic Development, but that has an array of things that umbrella covers. She said a career center. So tell me a little bit about that.
The career centers, and we have 7 now, Tamiko, are offered without charge throughout our 45-county area. And we offer technology and resources for people who are looking for work, who have a job but might want something better, or are interested in starting a business. And at this point, the career centers are like community hubs. There are lots of services that we can provide to people, like BIDA services, volunteer income tax assistance. Anybody who makes $48,000 or less can come into the Career Center and have their taxes done for free.
Wow.
We're also partnering with Governor Perdue's office and Microsoft and offering Elevate America vouchers, which allow people to increase their knowledge of Microsoft technology. And we're giving those vouchers out in each of the career services.
So is that kind of like a Microsoft certification to help them find jobs?
That's it.
When they're looking?
It's to help people get more certification and advanced training so that when they go to an employer, they can take their certificate and show them that they've increased their knowledge. And all of that is offered free.
Wow, and so I've been to the locations, so I know you have a ton of computers available for someone who doesn't have a computer, and you have long hours. What are your hours?
Well, we're open Monday through Friday from about 9 to 4 or 5. Each center works with the community they're in. So if you look on our website at www.goodwillng.org, you'll see the hours, because each center is open different hours. Most places have an evening, and 2 of our career centers are open all day on Saturday to accommodate the need in the community.
All right, so with that in mind, I know you have several services that are available. Now, each location has their own services as well? Is that how it works?
Yes. We also have 2 other divisions. I support economic development. We have workforce development and skills development. And skills development offers training programs for people in hospitality and custodial training and forklift training, and that operates primarily in the Decatur area. And workforce development is in 7 locations of their own throughout our 45-county territory. And typically we partner with workforce, so where you find a career center, you also find workforce development services.
Okay, so the programs that are certifying them in the forklift training, are they then helping them find jobs?
Yes.
Or they also help them find jobs
All
as
of the
well?
skills programs have an employment component, and jobs are the ultimate outcome for all the people who
So
receive our
you're really
services.
doing your mission, putting people to work. So
Yes.
you're training them and helping them find a job.
Yes.
So in an economy where people say we can't get a job, then they ask themselves, have they been to Goodwill?
And they certainly can, because last year we put 4,692 people to work.
In a time frame when there wasn't any jobs. So again, they need to find Goodwill because apparently you have an end to helping them get where they need to go.
Well, sometimes people need to look at things a little differently if they want a job. If they lose their job, they may not be able to go into the same field that they were in, or they may not find a job exactly like the one that they left. But sometimes that's the time to develop transferable skills.
Right. So we were talking before the show started, and you actually had a story that you wanted to tell us. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I came to Atlanta from New York and worked for AT&T, and then I was downsized. I lost my job, and I thought, well, what am I going to do? And rather than go into the same field that I'd been in, I decided to start a business. And at that time, there was no Goodwill, and there were none of the services that we offer for budding entrepreneurs. And so it seems like I did everything wrong. And I always said that I was going to write a book about the right way to do business. And when I came to Goodwill, I found that those services were delivered there. And I'm so glad I have the opportunity to support those services.
Now that is awesome. So that's opening up to a lot of things that we probably need to talk about a little bit more as we come. We're going to go to break, and we're going to come back and talk about Goodwill has a ton of programs, a ton of services. I definitely want to get more into detail about those kind of things. I know that you have a wealth of knowledge to give us. So what I want to do, though, is I appreciate you coming for us today, but I know I want to focus so much on what's available at the Goodwill that I am going to steal Joanne away and bring on some more people with Goodwill to help talk about all the things that are going on in Goodwill and how they are putting people to work. Alrighty, so we will take a break and come right back. Alrighty, stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment.